Welcome. Each week I go through reports from various websites about interesting weather and natural disasters around the world. And this video summarizes the week from the 17th to the 24th of August 2019. On the 17th of August, a torrential rainstorm inundated Istanbul with 4 months of rain in just 90 minutes. This caused major flooding, stranding motorists. One man was killed when he was trying to use a pedestrian underpass that was flooded. On that same day, a bright fireball was seen over the Mediterranean. It was visible from the south of France, Italy, Spain and Tunisia. At one point it was brighter than the full moon. Another place that seemed to get heavy rain was Denali National Park in Alaska. Mudslides closed the park's only road, stranding over 300 tourists. A huge fire ran through the slum area in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. It left over 10,000 people homeless, and the amazing part of it is there were no deaths reported. Lake Meade is the reservoir behind the Hoover Dam, and unfortunately it is disappearing. It is reported that the reservoir is only 39% full, and that was even after some very heavy snowfalls during this last winter. That low level is triggering water rationing in both Nevada and Arizona. A fierce hailstorm hit Montana last week. It hit the Big Lake Wildlife Reserve. It killed possibly as many as 11,000 birds and injured many more that are unlikely to survive. And the fear is that the rotting corpses will likely spread further disease amongst the remaining birds. Last time we heard about the wildfires in Siberia. Now Alaska seems to be suffering the same problem, with a wildfire that has destroyed so far 50 structures. Many residents have been evacuated, but the worry is that some are still missing, and it's burned so far about 5 square miles. There was a pool party accident. A bolt of lightning hit a tree nearby, causing it to collapse onto a tent. 9 were injured. Another man nearby was nearly hit by a bolt of lightning. Another story based on lightning themes are that some more red sprites have been detected over Germany and Poland. These are associated with thunderstorms, and in fact are upward lightning discharged from the thunderstorm into the ionosphere. Tornadoes were sighted in Iowa on the 20th of August. At least 3 tornadoes touched down in central Iowa. One was classified as an F3, which is a very strong tornado. Some semi-trucks were blown over on Highway 80, and over 50 homes were damaged, but no injury reports, thank goodness. Now it seems that Texas is getting too much rain. 4 Texas lakes are being drained because the 100-year-old dams that created the lakes could fail at any moment. 2 floodgates have already failed. The cost to repair all of this could be as much as $180 million. An update on the Indian monsoon. 9 states in India are now affected badly. The death toll raises to over 1,000. 1.8 million people have been displaced, and more heavy rain is forecasted. A wildfire on the Gran Canaria island has been called unprecedented. Strong winds, high temperatures and low humidity have caused the fire to spread rapidly. Over 25,000 acres have been burned so far, and 9,000 people have had to have been evacuated. Mother Nature apparently scored a hole-in-one. Lightning hit the flagstick on a hole on Eagle Creek Golf Course in North Carolina, producing this marvelous pattern on the green, although I'm sure the greenskeeper was none too happy about it. Tropical storm CHANTAL formed on the 22nd of August in the mid-Atlantic. It's now been downgraded to a tropical depression, and it's the only 3rd named storm of the season. Now, of course, as I say that, I've just heard that Tropical Storm Dorian has formed in the Atlantic and is now heading for the Caribbean and may reach Florida as a hurricane by the next weekend. Another case of a deadly lightning strike in the Tatra Mountains in Poland this time. 5 were killed, including 2 children, and over 150 people injured. Some people are apparently blown off the mountain by the storm. An update on the Siberian fires. The fires seem to have now been started by careless tourists. although some of them may be used to hide illegal logging operations. Ash from the fires is being sent up into the Arctic, which darkens the ice and makes it melt faster. Another wildfire out of control as day turns to night. This is Sao Paulo, Brazil, in mid-afternoon. Smoke from the fires that are ranging in the Amazon 1,700 miles away have descended on the city, turning the day into night. The smoke is now visible from space, and you can see the trail of it here shown in red. There's over 70,000 fires so far. That's up 80% from last year. They're losing 1.5 football pitches of rainforest every minute. Bolsonaro, the new president of Brazil, defunded the agency who regulate the Amazon and have helped to fight the fires. He's blaming environmentalists for starting the fires just to make him look bad. Now something in the category that some people never learn. A group of fitness enthusiasts were overcome by the heat on a popular hiking trail near Phoenix, Arizona. The temperatures were over 106 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 41 degrees centigrade, and they had been warned not to go out there, and they didn't take enough water with them. There is a rare warming event going on in the Antarctic, but this is in the stratosphere above the Antarctic at an altitude of between 30 and 50 kilometers. This phenomenon has only been observed twice before, that's in 2002 and 2010. It can lead to extreme cold weather or extreme rainfall in the southern hemisphere, particularly New Zealand. In a completely unrelated event, the sea ice in both the northern and southern hemisphere are near record levels. In the northern hemisphere on the left here, the blue curve is the current year, the dash curve is the previous record year. You can see we're very close to that. And on the right we have the Antarctic sea ice extent, and that's right on the green line, which was the previous record, and it spent most of the year below it. Tropical storm BAILU hit Taiwan on the 24th of August with heavy rain and high winds. It produced 18 inches of rain in some areas, caused mudslides. There were 6 injuries, but fortunately no deaths. There was a flash flood in Arkansas on the 24th of August. Heavy rains hit Fort Smith. 1 person died and 15 homes were flooded. Yet another lightning strike story, but this time at the PGA Championship in Atlanta, Georgia. 6 members of the crowd were hit by lightning. They were sheltering under a tree when the storm hit. That's never a wise thing to do. The injuries, fortunately, are not life-threatening. Well, let's see what the record highs and record lows are doing around the world. This last week we've had 982 record highs compared with 132 record lows. That's a ratio of 7.4 to 1. Monthly records, which are much more difficult to set, we had 21 new record highs compared with just 3 record lows. That's a ratio of 7 to 1. And all-time records, which are even more difficult to set, we had 4 new record highs and 0 record lows. That's a ratio of infinity to 1. This would indicate that we have a warming world still, in fact strongly warming world. Well, that's all the weather news for this week. If you enjoyed this, please pass this on to your friends and family. So until next time, stay safe. Bye for now.